connecting to February 2026 for the collective, I'm hearing the word activation. So it's about that time again for February's energy reading 2026. In this video, I'm going to be reading some of the energies for February for the collective that we need to know. I'm going to be channeling from my higher self, the spirit guides, and the angels, whoever would like to come through in the highest divine love, light, truth, and compassion. And so just to start off this reading, we are in a collective year one. The year one in terms of numerology, if you add up the numbers 2026, it equals 10, which equals 1. So we are in a numerological year one in terms of numerology, the study of numbers. The year one is all about new beginnings, fresh starts. It really has energetic momentum for new projects, new hobbies, new identities, new relationships, new careers. It's all about the new, as we just closed up a 9-year cycle in the collective. So in numerology, there are 9-year cycles, and 2025 was the year 9. So we just ended a full 9-year cycle. We're starting a brand new cycle in 2026. And so throughout the entire year, we're going to have that underlying tone of the energies of the one number, which is new beginnings and fresh starts and new collaborations and things like that. So February is a month 3 in numerology. So it's the second month of the year. And if you add 1 plus 2, it equals 3. So February is a 3-month. Thing is with numerology, I feel like sometimes people will say different things about different numbers. It's all about your own personal interpretation. And I want to start off this reading by saying that anything I'm saying throughout this reading or at any time is not financial, legal, or medical advice. It is meant to be informational material only, and even though I am channeling from the spirit realm and from my higher self, it is meant to be informational material only. So if something doesn't resonate, just leave it, no worries. This is also a collective reading, so it is a more general reading. I have tuned into the energies of the collective that will be watching this video, and so if you are watching this video, if you were called to watch this video, then there may be something in this video that I say that might resonate with you. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So yes, February is a month 3 in terms of numerology. And so to me, the 3, I really connect it to the throat chakra, because the number 3, in terms of how I interpret the 3 number, it really connects to energies like communication, collaboration, celebration, all of the C's. And so I really connect those energies to the throat chakra. The throat chakra, located at the center of the throat, is light blue, and I see the number 3 as like a light blue energy. And the throat chakra is really about communication and expression and identity, and the balance between listening and speaking as well, but it's really about expression, communication, those kinds of energies. And so I see the number 3 very closely connected with the throat chakra. And so about mid-February, around February 17th, we enter the year of the fire horse. So we are closing out the year of the snake, which was 2025/January 2026. We are closing out the year of the snake, which was all about transformation, shedding of old skin, releasing past cycles, karmic cycles, past contracts, past relationships, past identities, self-identities of yourself. And it was kind of like a cleaning up of energies that no longer served for your highest and best. And now we are moving into the energy of the fire horse for the rest of 2026. So February is the beginning of this, which is why I'm mentioning it. And around February 17th, the year of the fire horse begins. And the fire horse really has an energy of forward momentum. So taking action. It's very like masculine energy in terms of an energy, not in terms of gender. I'm talking in terms of masculine energy is very action-oriented, focused, stable, grounded. It's this very grounded, confident, secure, forward-focused movement. And so February is really the beginning of that. So I'm picking up a lot of energies of gaining clarity. If there's something that you were looking for clarity around in terms of a project, in terms of a relationship, in terms of yourself, if you've been asking yourself certain questions, or there's been a little hazy, a little fog, a little confusion, like brain fog, things like that. Now, again, I'm not a medical professional. These are just the energies that I'm picking up on from spirit. They're just showing me like a little bit of that haziness or that fogginess or that opposite of clarity. And they're saying that is clearing up and the clarity will be coming through in February, however that lands for you, and however that makes sense for you in your life. The thing is also what I love about readings, and I listen to other readings as well, because it always gives me a fresh perspective. So I have my own favorite tarot readers that I go to and things like that, my own favorite psychics that I go to hear what they have to say from spirit, because spirit sometimes gives people similar information, but it's always kind of different because it will resonate with certain people more than other pieces of information. So it really just depends on what resonates most with you, but it's not like a good or bad thing. But when I listen to readings, I always get my own kind of intuitive messages as well. They just kind of come up and I just start thinking of things and I get more clarity, and my spirit guides will start communicating with me in that way as well. So I find it really helpful to listen to other people. And so maybe throughout this reading and throughout other readings that I've done, if you want to go back and watch those as well, you might find that your intuition is kind of speaking through. And how you would know is, as I'm speaking, if you're thinking of things or situations or people, that's your intuition kind of giving you a clue into where to look. It could be your higher self, could be your soul, your intuition, your spirit guides, kind of all the same thing, more or less. I would suggest paying attention to kind of what you're thinking of or how you're feeling as well, any emotions that are coming up. I'm very clairaudient and clairvoyant, and so a lot of the times my messages will come through in terms of thinking thoughts and like images and words and hearing words and things like that. I work with all of my psychic senses, so I also get knowings and feelings in my heart space, or physical sensations like chills and things like that. So just paying attention to how your psychic senses are coming through or how your intuition is coming through for you. So I'm going to pull some cards for February and see what else we need to know. What I'm picking up from these cards, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries. But I'm getting very much empath energy. So if you are watching this video, if you felt called to watch this video at any time, again, it doesn't have to be in February. You could find this video a year from when I'm recording this, or from when it gets released, or a few months from when it gets released. Messages have a funny way of finding us. Messages have a funny way of finding us. But they're saying empathic energy. So if you are watching this video, you are most likely an empath. We are not all empaths. We all have psychic abilities because we all have our own gifts. We are all intuitives. It is our birthright. We are born with intuition, and we are born with certain gifts. That's what I want to call them. And you can develop your psychic gifts. There might be some that are stronger than others, and sometimes we don't always recognize that it's a gift, that it's a psychic sense. It's just kind of like, oh, well, that's just kind of how it is. And it's actually a psychic sense. But the vibe I'm getting is empath. And so for empaths, I'm just going to explain briefly what that is. It is someone who has the ability to, I would say anybody can do energy healing. However, empaths are natural born healers. They are natural born healers because they are natural born transmuters of energy. And so what happens with empaths is they can feel the energies, emotions, pain of other people, or happiness too, it could be positive as well. They can literally physically feel it in the body, mind, body, soul. It is more of a visceral thing for empaths, and it is as if the empath is experiencing literally what the other person is experiencing. And so there's a bit of a difference between that and clairsentience. Clairsentience is the ability to feel other people's emotions, pains, thoughts, but being able to release that and send it back to the sender. The empath has the ability to physically take on that other energy, transmute it, and then send it back. And so what they're saying with these cards here is that if that is the case for you, I'm an empath and I'm also an energy healer, and I have learned a lot of the skills to not take on everyone's energy and to be in my own vibration and my own frequency. And that was a journey for me because I've been experiencing this since I was a little kid. Even my past lives, right? When I say past lives, they're parallel to this experience. And so I can and could physically, viscerally feel my other lives in my own body. and have memories of other lives in this time-space reality, and I was very connected to my other timelines when I was, still now, but when I was younger, I didn't understand that, and it was really hard to separate this life from other lives, and it caused a lot of different health issues for me personally, just speaking from my own personal experience. With these cards, they are reminding you, and this might be the energies coming up in February, to maybe pay attention to. And maybe you have been wanting to learn more about your psychic abilities or your empathic abilities and learn how to ground yourself and clear other people's energies and put up boundaries. Because the main message here is about boundaries. And for me, I'm just going to speak from my personal experience, and if this resonates, great. I had to put up personal boundaries and protect my own energy, and I learned different energetic protections that I could do, energetic clearings that I can do, and grounding was super, super helpful to stay grounded into my physical body, because for a really long time I didn't feel safe. Didn't feel safe to be in my physical body because I was feeling everyone else's stuff and my own soul stuff from other lives, right? And so it was a little bit challenging to navigate that, and it took a while for me to ground and come back into my physical body and put up those boundaries. And it's not about other people. I mean, sometimes it is, because that's a whole other complicated thing to talk about boundaries, the whole thing. It was really more about me and more about taking time for myself and saying, okay, I need alone time. I need my meditation time. I need my grounding time. This is time carved out for me. And it's setting boundaries with my own personal self, my own personal health and well-being, and taking the time, setting aside time to be with myself and to be more sovereign, to find myself, to find my own identity and my own who I am, because I kind of got lost for a while, and that was really important for me in my journey. And so that energy could be coming up in February a little bit more. My mentor says this a lot. The person that I learned energy healing from, of like cleaning up your side of the street. It's important to clean up your side of the street. We do not manage other people. The boundaries are not about other people. We don't manage other people. We manage ourselves. And through this journey, they're also saying your psychic gifts will open up more. There is a higher learning and a higher purpose for your soul. This is why you're here on Earth School. There is a higher purpose. Your soul is here for a purpose. And the thing is sometimes, guilty, we get caught up in the word purpose and what that means. And a lot of us, guilty, thought that purpose meant our career. This is my purpose. This is my soul's purpose, is to do this thing, whatever it is. In my personal journey with that, because with us humans, we put certain definitions and connotations behind certain words because of the way that we heard somebody say it or describe it. And so now we associate that word with that definition and that thing coming from that person. And now we believe that to be true. And so we live our experience based off of that belief. However, there could be multiple beliefs, multiple definitions and experiences of the word purpose, for example. And so there could be multiple infinite perspectives on the word purpose and what that really means for you individually. So for me individually, purpose is me being alive. That is the purpose. That is why I'm here. I'm here to be alive and living in this 3D experience, simulation, whatever you want to call it, in this 3D body, in this earth game, school. The purpose is to be here and to experience life, to experience my life the way that it is happening, the way that it is unfolding, and to co-create with the universe and my experiences and my happiness and my joy, and finding my hobbies and finding myself and navigating, all the past life stuff, and all my whole journey is the purpose. And so it is allowing your soul to speak its self to you, allowing your soul, your intuition, to show you the path. And maybe this is where the clarity comes in that we were talking about earlier, of your soul's purpose. Why did your soul come here? Why did you incarnate at this time-space reality? And, that's our biggest question, I feel like, of life. In my personal experience of what I've heard other people talk about, is like, this is the biggest question of what does it mean to be alive or to be here, and what are we doing, and what is this world? It's wild experience. And, we get to be here, and that's pretty cool. And we get to have opinions and change things, and that's pretty epic. And so they're also reminding you, it's interesting because sometimes I say things in a perspective that I'm like, oh, that sounds really woo-woo, or that sounds a little like far-fetched type of thing. But it is the truth of the universe and the cosmos, and all the answers are within you. And we can take with that what we will, because for me, for the longest time, I like understood that intellectually, but I was like, I don't get it. Like, it still sounds a little far-fetched. Like, that's not, like, I didn't resonate with it the way that I do now, as truth, as my soul, which is, you know, I'm an extension of my soul, has so much wisdom and experience, and my soul is an extension of source, of the universe. And so our intuition is always speaking with us, and our intuition is our soul speaking to us. It is our soul self. It could also be our physical body. Our physical body also has a consciousness, and it's interesting to peel back the layers and what that really means for me, and so what that really means for you, right? They're just saying the universe is within you and you have all the answers. It's just peeling back the layers to find and to allow yourself to really find the answers. Sometimes for me personally, I have the answer and my intuition's been telling me the answer for a really long time, and I don't like the answer. So I've been pretending like I don't know what it is. And that's been a fun one to navigate, because I know the answer and I have the answer, and sometimes I don't like it. So ignore it. Until it really like comes to a head and I'm like, okay, maybe a change needs to happen, or maybe I need to like do something else. So this goes back to what I was saying a little bit earlier about being an empath, is like, because we feel so deeply, you know, we joke around in the spiritual community of like, oh, it's hard to be human and it's so dense here and it feels heavy, and it's like, okay, well, yes. But we also chose to be here. But it's also, you know, we have an immense amount of love because we feel so deeply and we feel all the dense emotions. So if we're feeling all of the heavier, denser emotions, we can also feel the intense love, because we're able to feel, if you can feel one depth of the spectrum, you feel as intensely at the other end of the spectrum as well. We have a lot of love to give, you know, all of us do, right? And so they're just reminding you of that, in terms of it's a beautiful gift to be able to feel all of the things that we feel, even though sometimes it can get really intense, but that's the point. It is a beautiful gift, and you know, that's why it's important to ground and to do all your practices that make you feel safe and your nervous system regulated. With that comes the responsibility to allow yourself to have boundaries as well, is what they're saying. All right, well, that feels complete for me on my end. Spirit? Yes. Great. Beautiful. Well, if I could show all the bloopers when I tongue twist my words, it'd be really funny. Anyways, thank you to everyone who watched this video. Please leave a like if you did like this video and this type of content. Please hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I love and appreciate all the support. This might be too early to mention, but I'm going to do it anyways. I am re-recording all of my psychic development course. And so I teach psychic development, and I teach how to communicate with the spirit guides and have a sacred space and meditation and grounding practices and all of these psychic clairs. I teach 7 of them, but there might be more that other people teach, but I don't know. But I am re-recording that course, and so it will be coming out soon, but I wanted to mention it with this particular video because we talked a lot about empathic abilities and psychic senses, which will all be included in my course. And so maybe by the time you're watching this video, it will already be out and released. So if it is, I will leave the link down below. If it is not, stay tuned. And I will be sharing more about that course in my YouTube channel and on Instagram. So I'm going to leave my Instagram down below. Definitely check me out, give me a follow. All of my updates are in there. I offer a high energy healing sessions. I also offer Akashic record readings. So if you ever wanted a personalized Akashic record reading just for you, where I read the record of your soul, it is just a personalized reading just for you. The links will be down below as well. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, definitely hit subscribe, because that means you enjoyed my content, which is great. If you feel called to do so, let me know in the comment section down below which part of this reading resonated most with you. If anything did resonate most with you, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if any of your own intuitive messages came up, let me know what they were. And I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.